Hello everybody and welcome to Lindsay's Little Library. So I have decided on a random Thursday night that it is time for me to clean up my TBR shelf. I was forced to move my normal kind of current TBR shelf out of the location it was in because we were doing some repainting in the house. So I was like, this is a really good time. Let's get all the books together, take a look what it really is, and start organizing it, start going through, and if there's books I'm just not a huge fan of anymore, let's just get rid of them. Let's move on. So I've got them together. I'll show you that in a second. I'm also down by my other bookshelf, which I have all the books I've read all on these shelves. And then there's a few shelves over there that also have books that I have not read. Yeah. So we're gonna tackle this. So I'm gonna show you there's those shelves over there, books I haven't read. There is this pile of books that came from my shelf upstairs, as well as the books over there that I also have not read. That's crazy. This is enough books to last me like a couple of years. Oh, and the Barbie Dream House. Careful, I might just fill that up with books pretty soon too. So I'm going to start tackling this. I'm going to go through it and hopefully have a pile to get rid of and put them in some order. So stay tuned. I'll let you know what it turns into. I think I may need just a little bit of this to help me out. Alright, so I've been working on this for about an hour. I'll give you a little update. I've started kind of sorting by, I don't know, genre. So I have like thriller, mysteries over there, nonfiction there. Series are kind of here. YA is here, kind of contemporaries here, some more series, same author, same authors, Cassandra Clare. And then I've got my historical fiction here, and then I've got my rejects. So those we're getting rid of, which is not nearly enough. That's just kind of off the top of my head what I've tossed out that I just know I won't read. Like Emily Griffin, won't read her. Jennifer Weiner, I've read one book by both of those authors and I'm not interested. So those are rejects. I've got kind of my little piles here put together, and then I still have those books and those books to go through. So I think we're going to take a little break, and yeah, I'll get back to it shortly. Okay, we're on day 2 of what I'm going to call the Great Book Sort. I have these 3 shelves to go through still to sort into my piles, which I think I showed a little bit in the last little clip. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to organize, if I want to organize by genre, if I want to put all of my authors together, whether I've read all of them or not. I don't know, but I'll get there. I've had some interesting finds. Some very random books. Couldn't even tell you what this one's about, but I don't know how long I've had it. No clue where this book came from. Some books I totally forgot I even had. Yeah, so we're gonna keep going. Does anybody still have all their Shel Silverstein books? Like Where the Sidewalk Ends, Light in the Attic, and my fave, The Giving Tree. Now these books I'm more or less saving for my kids. They're books that I've read. They're books I have been reading and love to keep reading with my kids, but I don't trust them enough to have them on their bookshelves, so I'm keeping them on mine. So I don't know if I'll change that at all. Maybe move a little bit. Might clean up these DVDs down here a little bit. It's ridiculous how many DVDs I found, but yeah, so we're gonna keep going, and I'll give you a little update when I get somewhere more than just piles of books on my floor right now. And my cleaning lady's coming today too, and yeah, she's not gonna even be close to me when we come downstairs, but that's right. So alright, I'll check in with you in a little bit. Bye. Alright, welcome back. We've gotten all of the books off the floor. That's pretty much where I'm at. So I was able to divide things, let's show you a little bit, by genre is what I kind of went with. So I have all of like my thriller mystery type books up here. They are like 2 rows thick, so it's a lot. I have kind of the starts of series, fantasy, sci-fi type books here. I have my historical fictions take up 2 shelves over here. I really went through those and kind of got rid of a bunch of them, and there's some where I have some of my YA historical fictions are over here, not necessarily with where my YA books are. That's where I just wasn't sure how to divide those up. But you know what, who cares? It's for me anyways. It's kind of what I came down to, so that's what I came up with. My next kind of plan is I want to go through these. I went through them quickly and I got a whole crate full of books that I'm going to unhaul, and I can show you those in a little bit, that I'm just off of first sight, or you know, I wasn't crazy about them. I have a whole crate of books I'm going to get rid of just out of a quick run through. Next thing I want to do is kind of go through these again, and if I need to read a chapter or dive into a little deeper, do a little more research, and hopefully thin it out even a little bit more. So then this is the other shelf I was able to kind of get through. So I have a lot of my YA books. Actually, these need to go back to my grandma. I have a lot of my YA books up at the top here. Some fantasy ones are in here too, just because I ran out of room on the other shelf. And then down here I have more of like my contemporary type books. Again, these are still 2 rows deep, so I need to kind of go through these as well. But I now have my books, all of my books, in those 2 places. I still have a shelf upstairs, which is the shelf that I record in front of every once in a while, that is completely empty. Actually, it only has the books that I've read so far in the month of August on, so it's got like 6 or 7 books sitting on it, just because I didn't want to lose those. So I have my video ready when August is done. So I still have room up there. So my kind of hope is to go through each of the shelves. I want to go through and read again kind of what the books are about, remind me what it is, right? I know this is talked about all over the place, but I don't have a clue really. I think it was just the cover by, you know, whereas, One Dark Throne, this is coming out soon, like in September, so this is something I'd want to put up on that shelf. I know Night Circus is something I want to put up on that shelf. So go through and really kind of pick maybe my top 10, top 15 books that I want to pull upstairs kind of as my next go-to TBR shelf. And hopefully thin this out a little bit. I still want to go through and make sure that I'm keeping the books I really do intend to read, and make sure I still am excited about them, I'm still really interested in them, and you know, if I can get rid of a few more that way and kind of thin out my shelves and make it look not so daunting, I think that would help as well. So let me pull out the crate of books that I'm going to unhaul and kind of give you an idea of what those look like. And then the only other pile I really don't have a place for right now is this pile over here. So those are all of my nonfiction books. So those are the like Julie and Julia, this 10% Happier that I really want to read. But sometimes with these books I do better with audiobooks, and so I'm actually waiting. I've got it on, or I'm on the wish list or whatever through the Overdrive app for that one. Like this one I've heard really great things about. Again, I feel like I would do better as an audiobook and then kind of read along with them. So I don't necessarily have a home for those quite yet. I'm not sure really where to put them, but I'm working on it. So yeah, that's where I've come. It's been quite a process, let me tell you, but I'm really happy with where it is. I feel like I've been able to really look at and touch each of my books again and get, like, there's some that I've kind of forgot about and now I'm almost more excited to read them. So the other thing is I may go through and try to figure out kind of what are my oldest books. Like I've had this thing forever, like forever. So I don't know. I still got to kind of revisit and see if I still want to read it. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Okay, so I think that covers all of the books that I've reorganized. I do still want to go through and do a bookshelf tour, but I'm going to wait until I have kind of the rest of my book's gone through and sorted a little bit more. Plus, if I add that to this video, I can't even imagine how long the video would be. So I'm going to go through the books that I'm unhauling just after my first kind of go through of all my shelves. Some of these I've read, some of them I haven't, and I'm not going to look back. So I'll probably donate them to, I have a couple of the free little libraries in town. I might give some to Goodwill. I don't know. I'll find places to put them. So first up, I have Emily Giffen's Heart of the Matter. I read her Something Borrowed, Something Blue, and Baby Proof, and I just was like, they were okay to me. I've had this on my shelf for so long that I just don't think I'm going to go back to her as an author. So I'm going to donate that one. I have a few kind of mass market paperbacks that I have that I don't like mass market paperback. They don't open. You know, they're not floppy like this. And I don't like them. So I've got Iris Johansson's Sight Unseen. John Grisham, The Litigators, which I've really never read John Grisham. I don't even know where this came from. Actually, I do. One of my aunts gave it to me because she's like, oh, I know you like books. Here's a book. And I just have to be polite, so I took it. And then this last one, Caught Dead-Handed by Carol Perry. Not sure where that came from either, but we're going to get rid of those. So then I have a number of books that came in the Bookworm box. I used to subscribe to that. Obviously, you know why I have stopped, because they're not my style that I like. So we're going to unhaul these. We've got The Matchmaker's Playbook by Rachel Van Dyken, Unwritten by Chelsea Cameron, Ready to Fall by Daisy Prescott, Love and Rewind by Taylor Alexander, Dissonance by Erica O'Rourke, Unseen Messages by Pepper Winters, The Perfect Life by Erin Noel, and Off the Record by K.A. Lind. I'm going to get rid of those. So last Christmas I participated in a kind of secret Santa book exchange, and you had to fill out just a little questionnaire kind of explaining what kind of books you like, as well as a link to your Goodreads page, and you're supposed to select a book based upon what they like, what they read most, and kind of what they've read before, and pick out a couple of new books and send it to that person, and we all exchange names and send them out. So I will do it again, but I don't know. The part of the rules was you're supposed to buy a new book and send it to that person. This person sent me a very obviously used book, as well as this book. Neither book matches even anywhere close to the types of books that I like, so I'm not sure what happened, if I didn't answer the questions right or what, but concept is great, it's wonderful, but I'm going to give it one more shot and hopefully get some good ones. But I got The Debutante Divorcee by Plum Skies, and I think this was the other one, The Mesmerist by Barbara Ewing. Not sure where this one came from, but we're going to get rid of those. Then there's just a couple of books that I'm just not interested in reading anymore, and you guys have seen the pile of books I have that there's no reason to keep these on my shelf anymore. So I've got The Descendants by Cowie Hart, Daughter of Fortune by Isabel Allende. This is an Oprah book club pick, and I've realized that Oprah's choice or style of books does not match mine, so no need to keep it. Ellen Hildebrandt, The Blue Bistro. I have read an Ellen Hildebrandt book. It was okay. I've listened to an Ellen Hildebrandt book. Again, okay. I probably won't pick her up again. Hope in a Jar by Beth Harbison. Again, just not interested anymore. And then same with The Blind Assassin by Margaret Atwood. So then I have books that are part of series, and I just don't see me continuing on with that series, so please don't hate me, but I'm getting rid of Hollow City. It was fine. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. It was fine. I don't know. Maybe I'll end up keeping it, but I don't know. It's, when I think of continuing a series, I don't think of this book, so we'll see. And then Lost by Gregory Maguire. This is the person who wrote the book that the Broadway musical Wicked was based off of. Love Wicked. Can't handle these books. Can't do it. Next up, I have Leaving Eden by Anne LeClaire. Very cute contemporary book. Absolutely enjoyed it. And somehow I have 2 copies. I don't need 2 copies. We're going to get rid of one. Then I've got Alexander McCall Smith, The Kalahari Typing School for Men. This is part of her series, the #1 Ladies Detective Agency series. Very cute. I've read them. They're awesome. I've unhauled them a long time ago. I don't know how this one got past me, but it was still on my shelf. And then Dialogues by Stephen Spignesi. Again, not sure what it's about, but I don't need it. And then we have kind of the rest here. We've got one that my neighbor gave me. No idea what it's about. We've got Pasadena by David Ebershoff. I don't know where it came from. Don't need it. Not interested in it. Another Oprah Book Club pick. Again, we don't see the same books as being good. This is House of Sand and Fog, which I have heard good things about. I'm not interested. It's been on my shelf for probably easily 10 years and I haven't touched it. Like, I'm not going to. So we're going to get rid of that. Then we have a book that I am very interested in reading. It's called The 19th Wife by David Ebershoff. Oh my gosh. He wrote this one too. Didn't even realize it. But I am interested in this. It's about a polygamous family, but check it out. It's large print. I'm not going to do it. So we'll look at the library for that one. We've got Shadowbrook by Beverly Swirling. This is kind of about the American Revolution. But like, look at these tiny, I just can't. We're going to get rid of it. Jennifer Weiner, All Fall Down. Again, I think I obviously got this from a library book sale. I've tried to read her a couple of times and I just can't. So I'm not even going to try anymore. Another John Grisham book, The Brethren. I'm sure the same aunt gave me this as well. I just don't read John Grisham, so we're going to get rid of that. And the last one is The Girls from Ames by Jeffrey Zaslow. It just doesn't sound interesting anymore. So like I said, these were all books that I've decided to get rid of kind of at first glance through my bookshelves. I'm going to go through as I kind of go and pick out what books I want to read next for the month of September. And if I'm looking at or reading and it's just not catching me, we're going to do another round. We're going to clean some more out. So right now, every book that I have has a spot on a bookshelf. It might be doubled up a little bit, like back here, but they all have a spot on a shelf. They're all organized by genre, which is kind of how I decide to pick my books. Like, I haven't read a fantasy book in a couple of months, so I'm kind of looking for fantasy. So I want to make sure that they're all kind of where I know where they are instead of hunting like I was before. So I think we made some progress. I've got a whole crate full of books I'm going to get rid of. And yeah, so thanks for stopping by. Let me know if there are any of these books that I'm going to be unhauling that I shouldn't. If any of these books scream to you that I need to just stop and give it another try, let me know in the comments below and I will do that. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed, and let me know how you organize your bookshelves, what makes sense to you. So like, comment, subscribe below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.